talking.
Yeah, no worries.
Well, and then have one of our dream days special in our dreams. How about this?
First time the lines are too long.
A beach.
Yeah. Hot summer day.
Oh, God, it's saying looking for games to capture. Hello and welcome to the LFR MNR Round 7 around Britain. I'm your host, DXT Holo, and joining me, as always, is the lovely DXT Ferret, aka Gaz. Gaz, how you doing today, pal?
I'm good. How are you?
I am very, very well. I've already got comments about the fancy new intro. Yes, we've got a fancy new intro with help. I've got my own new intro. LFR's got their own little intro now, so looking very professional out here. Definitely trying to step up our game just a little bit. So before we get to the nitty gritty, I'm going to jump on board, I think, with Death Dragon. No, maybe Taylor, who's coming out now. We're going to go through quickly the drivers and the constructors standings from the last few races. Okay, so first with the drivers standings even. Leading the way, we have said Death Dragon in the McLaren on 103 points. In second, we have DXT Matty on 65. Freedoms is in third on 59. Then we have Civi in the Renault on 45. Ryan Van Doom Ryan Van Doom I should say, in the Haas on 35 points. We have Flea in the Red Bull on 32. El Stefano in the Haas on 22. DXT Kingsholm in the Ferrari on 18. Tay Pasta in the Williams on 15. CDM JW in the Renault on 10. Then we have Vike in the Alpha Tauri on 8 with his teammate Matty Bot, just 1 point behind him with 7 points. We have Tier as we're going to be calling him, in the Ferrari with 6 points. Wild Gamer in the Mercedes on 4. Ari the Race Guy in the Alfa Romeo on 3. Non-Human in the Williams on 2. And Taylor Mckenzie, Scrolled and Kurt Boy yet to score. Unfortunately now Scrolled has left the league, so we won't be seeing him anytime soon. What it does to your constructor standings? Leading the way, we do have the Red Bull team on 129 points. In second, we have McLaren on 103. Mercedes are in third on 69. We have Alfa Romeo with 68 points. Then we have the Haas team. So I can't really read the what's the name because it's a bit far away from it at the moment. Haas team on 64 points. Renault with 55. Williams with 26. Ferrari of 24, Racing Point of 18, and finally AlphaTauri with 15 points. So there we go. I am your host. Oh God, what have I done now? Pushed the wrong button. Wrong button. My bad. There we go. Back to normal again. So I am obviously joined with Gaz. Gaz, what's your thoughts on this race today?
It's Silverstone, isn't it? It's going to be straightforward. Overtaking down at the Hanger Straight or the Wellington Straight. Wheel-to-wheel action through most corners. Maggots and Beckett's going to send a few penalties, so it's going to be quite interesting to see who stays on track at those sections.
Yeah, it definitely will be. This is one of my favourite tracks. So my favourite, our favourite, is Canada, but I do love a bit of Silverstone.
Yeah, if Silverstone ever came up the F1 calendar, I think I'd stop watching.
I'll be down there writing. I'll be furious.
Yeah,
you can't take this track out.
No, you can't take Silverstone. I know they've done it in the past where they've replaced it with Brands Hatch, but that was when Silverstone was going through some dynamic changes. But obviously it was the first ever F1 Championship race circuit. So you can't take it away.
You can't take it away. It's iconic. It's about taking away Monaco, which I would love, but unfortunately we can't.
Yeah, it's part of the top 6, isn't it?
Yeah.
So you can't touch it. But Wild Gamer sticking at 125.4 and Taylor with a 126.4, which are fantastic times.
Yeah, great times. So he's got to jump on board quickly with Civvy. I think he's coming around.
Yeah.
Who got ahead of him? Matty Bot. Let's give Matty Bot a bit of a jinx in time. Where is he?
Yes.
Oh, he's already validated it. Beat us to it.
Oh, unfortunately. We always like to wind them up.
Yeah, so thanks to DXT Kingsholm, he has given us a new graphic which shows us the track on a whole and the tyre choices for today. So I'm going to quickly bring that up. And Gaz, talk about the tyre choices for today. So obviously, you've got the 3 compounds, hard, medium and soft. What do you reckon the drivers will be going for today?
Well, see, it's that front left. That front left on a soft tyre is going to wear down so quick. You got to find a lot of drivers struggling with keeping that going. Definitely try and get on a medium start. It gives you all the options. If you get if a safety car comes out a little bit earlier than what you plan, stick on a hard and then go to the end. Or I'd go for medium soft as the option.
Yeah, I think that's definitely a good shout. I think the hards is obviously one you want to avoid here. So the Silverstone, obviously 18 turn circuit, 3.66 miles. Later on offshore, Gaz will definitely do his usual and do his little on-board grid talk with us.
Oh, of course I would. Of course I would. I think the best
highlight on my day, that is.
You know, I think the best one to do it on will be Flea. Obviously, because he's on an outlet right now, and he's actually one of those mid-paced racers. So it'll give me plenty of time to actually get all the info. Do get out with the corner names and that. But
I kick him when he's down. Jesus.
Yeah, well he's. Oh, to be honest, it's one of those races now. It could be anybody's after a few of our faster drivers have gone. It actually opens up to everybody now, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, exactly. Obviously, we know that Wild Gamer, like I said today, he said he's going to be quick today. I spoke to Freedoms. He also said if it's going to be a raining race, a wet race, he's going to be at the back of the pack. But on a dry race, he should be up there fighting with the big boys, which is good to see. So confidence from him. But yeah, I think it's definitely anyone's game. A championship at the moment, as we saw earlier, Death Dragon is slightly running away with it. But it all depends really on what happens today.
Well, speaking of Death Dragon, he did pop up on my chat there saying hello, boys. So hello to you, Death Dragon. Can't wait to see what he does on track. As Flea is now coming round the Vale chicane, so we're going to jump on board of him and go through this whole circuit with you guys. So here we are down the Hamilton Straight. One straight I really do hate now because of that name. Round Abbey. Now Abbey is the original pit place for the original sales. And now onto the village and the farm. Around this part here's the loop. This is a junction point for the short circuit. Onto Aintree, and then onto the Wellington Straight. The Wellington Straight is one of the longest straights. It's got a DRS zone, and we would be expecting a lot of battling down here as they do come into Brooklands. And Brooklands is this tight corner on the for the left, and Luffield the long sweeping hairpin. And on the little straight here into Woodcote onto the old pit straight. As you can see, you still see those pits on the right hand side, still operational on the national circuit. And then into Copse here. Copse is one of the fastest corners on the circuit. Into everybody's Marmite section, which is Maggots and Beckett's. I think it's fantastic. It's like threading a needle. You've got to get it precise to get the best time you can. Into Chapel. Now onto the Hanger Straight here. Another DRS zone. Very long. I find people don't overtake here. They normally overtake into this corner here, which is the second fastest, which is Stowe. Now Stowe leads yourself into the pit entry, onto the Vale chicane, which is a double left-right corner. Into Club. Now Club is the old corner. It's the oldest corner of the circuit. Back onto the Hamilton Straight for a nice finish time of, let's see, bring it up, our Flea with a 125.4. Absolutely fantastic.
Time from Flea.
But Death Dragon 125.0 shows why he's up there at the top of the table, doesn't it?
Yeah, it definitely does. As I said, he's really striking stuff today. As you can see, everyone at the moment obviously choosing the soft tyres. It is Q1, so we do run a full quali. If you guys are new to this, it's a full quali session today. So yeah, I do expect some really fast tyres, especially when it comes down to the top 10. Definitely think we can get into the 124s, 123s.
I will say that I do think Kingsholm will actually put a very competitive time out there himself. Yeah, last time I seen him on the circuit, he was actually quite quick.
Yeah, definitely. It's one of his favourite tracks. You know, he does love it. He's British as well, so you expect him to do well on his home circuit.
You say that, but then, like, you haven't seen me around this circuit.
Well, that's because I think me and you are born Canadians. That's what it is. I think.
Oh yeah. Oh. Yeah, my parents decided to move to England from Scotland rather than move over to Canada, so they made a bad choice there.
Definitely a bad choice. I think I'd rather be Canadian any day of the week.
Yeah, do love
Scottish.
Freedom 6 on 125.1, fantastic there. We've got a little comment from Wild Gamer saying hello, so hello there to Wild Gamer. So I chose Silverstone, the home of F1. The home of British motorsport. For British drivers, this is nowhere better to win.
Makes you proud to be British. This track.
It really does. The one thing that's
a couple of messages. Sorry, go on,
no, you go. Messages are more important.
Oh, sorry, changed myself. Oh, big crash from Kurt Boy there. Massive crash. I was about to say I'm going to stay on board with Kurt Boy because obviously it's his first time out with today. Loses it round. Just after the Hangar Straight, I can't remember what the corner was called. I think it's Stowe. And then literally that was it, into the wall. And that's the end of his qualifying, unfortunately, today.
He's only just joined us as well, so it's unfortunate to see him go out so quick. As you can see, his car there parked up on the edge there. And Tiers decided to jump into the pits after invalidating that lap.
Yeah, so Izzy's obviously pointed out that there's no Percy today. Percy has left the league. We won't go into details regarding it, but basically wasn't happy with a decision that Stuart's made and decided best to part ways with the league, which is fair enough. He's got his own opinion, I suppose. But yeah, so him and Brooksy will not be joining us again, which is a big shame, but never mind, we'll carry on. Get Carter's come back and said, going to start at the back today, boys. Come on, Get Carter, man, try. If you're a DXT boy, you got to give it a go.
No, you got to put a decent time out there, Get Carter.
Come on, man, you can do it. We believe in you.
Do you know when I first seen his name, Get Carter, or when I first heard it, first thing I thought was the old PlayStation 2 game, The Getaway. Because the one guy that you got Hammond and Carter that you control, and it's just I don't know what it was. It just jumped in my head. But oh, The Getaway. A couple of days after commentating that race, I decided to get my old PlayStation 2 out and have a go. The Getaway.
Getaway was a good game. It's just a shame about the accuracy of that game.
Oh, it's like it was a game. The only reason why it didn't do well is because it wasn't Americanized.
Yeah.
If you Americanized it, it would have done better than a lot of those like Saints Row. I wouldn't say Grand Theft Auto, but at that time, The Getaway was a better game than Grand Theft Auto.
Oh yeah, definitely was. I think from a British point of view, we did enjoy it a lot more than GTA, because obviously it's a bit more relatable for the British market.
It was a realistic map as well. The map was actually templated from actually London. You could actually navigate yourself around London using the map that you got with the Getaway game.
Well, I did try, because I used to live in technically it would have been in part of that, but obviously the Getaway was back on PS2. It's not exactly a massive game, and it couldn't really fit where I lived in that game. So I couldn't. Basically when I went to get there, I just lived just past Tower Bridge, and there was basically a wall. I was like, oh, okay, this isn't here in real life.
Yeah.
So I was like, never mind. So Death Dragon has called it a quits for Q1. I think he definitely should be safe for 125.0. I can't see any threat from anyone else today.
Well, Death Dragon did say when he saw Get Carter's name, he thought of go-karts, which I think that's what he actually went for, wasn't it, the go-kart idea?
Well, what's saying that, actually, I remember when I first saw Get Carter's name, there was about 3 other Get Carters in the league, and I was like, what, is this some sort of clan? And it just happened to be a massive coincidence. There was quite a few Get Carters or Carter boys as well. I was like, what is this?
No. That would be a headache.
Yeah, it was kind of frustrating. Lucky I wasn't commentating back then. Put it that way.
So, what is it about say Silverstone that makes you love it so much?
Maggots and Beckett's, purely Maggots and Beckett's. I think. So when I used to be on a controller, I hated it, and I was on pads, I hated it. But when you're on a wheel and you can, like you said, when you can thread that needle and you hit that right spot, it's just amazing. The feeling is none like no other.
Well, I've got to agree with you on that. It is like there is moments that you can relate to that. Really, at that moment, it's like the first time you actually drive your own car, that kind of feeling.
Yeah.
So that buzz that you just don't get any other time.
Yeah, do you know what? My first car, Peugeot 106, and to this day, my last car was an Evo, Mitsubishi Evo 10. I still want my old car. It was a crap box, but if I had the money, I would buy that car back, and I would fit it to be a proper rally cross car, and I would be racing that car. I used to love it so much.
Yeah, no, the 106. I don't like Peugeots. I've got a horrible story about a Peugeot 206, but yeah, the one at that time, I was like, I liked the 106 and I liked the 306. And my mate had a 206, and it was just there's a horrible story about it, and then ever since then I've hated Peugeots. But yeah, I can understand why people do love that 106. It was a very nice car.
Well, back in the day, I was 18 years old, just wanted to get a car. My ideal car, if I had the choice, would have been a Golf Mark II. Then I realised how much they cost for the Mark II. They're very expensive, and especially to insure it. I basically went round the corner, found a Peugeot 106 that was a sell for free. I think it was £700. Oh yeah, you know what? Sod it. There you go. There's my money. Bought that. Drove it home from London to Kent, and yeah, loved it.
So we're coming to the end of Q1. We're just going to run through the times dead quick. So we've got Death Dragon sitting at the top there with a 125.0, Freedom 125.1, Ryan Van Doom 125.2, Tape Hackster on a 125.3, Fleet on a 125.4, Wild Gamer 125.4, DXT Matty 125.5, Vike 125.5. I just seen CDM jumped up on 125.4, so very good time there. Taylor 125.5, Mattibot 125.5, Kingston 125.5, Stevie 125.6, Non-Human 125.7, Ask 125.9, Ari 126.1, Tier on 126.3, El Stefano 127.3, and Get Carter and still to put in the time as Katie Boy DNF'd. Absolutely brilliant. If you're just looking at those times,
that's unreal. As Matty Grinder said, the top 15 are separated by 1 second.
Yeah, but if you just from third pretty much down to I'll include Non-Human in 14th. That's just over half a second.
That's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. This is what I love to see. This is what we come to watch racing for. These close battles. Hopefully we're going to get to see today. A couple more messages to read out. 125.5 for Matty Green, saying he's not too shabby. That's definitely a good time for Matty Green. Will see himself safely into Q2. Ken saying you can't beat a Peugeot. He's definitely said some can. I've had a couple of weird cars in the day.
I'll tell you what, I'll round up when we get to Q2. I'll tell you my story about why I hate Peugeots. Because you wouldn't believe it, and like it was shocking.
Was it the amount of times I rolled my Peugeot? So I've got to love it. I'm still here. managed to roll it down the A2. That was a bit scary. Basically, literally, like, and I was with me and my girlfriend at the time, and 3 mates. Me and my 3 mates were sitting there, basically having a fag while she's underneath the car, checking it all out, making sure it's all mechanically correct, while we was having a fag on the side of the road.
Oh wow!
And then basically, the 3 of us kicked the roof back straight again and carried on going. Went home.
That's amazing.
Couldn't beat it.
But now, is that they do, like cars nowadays? They just crumble when they just roll over, don't they?
Oh yeah.
It's-
But back then, I said the older cars were just so rugged.
It was the
They're
frame.
ridiculous.
The frames to do is done so well. Like, yeah, they've got all this new Joe. Like, it's what they call it's Joe collision control panels,
Yeah.
which basically it falls apart, but like it holds everybody in. So it takes all the Joe the force really. But there we go.
Yeah, they're ridiculous.
Who are we saying goodbye to? Yeah, modern. Yeah, definitely.
Say-
Yeah, it's Ari,
Say goodbye
Tier,
to Ari,
Elstefano.
Tier, Elstefano, Get Carter, and Kurt Boy, sorry.
Yeah,
It's a shame actually. I wanted to see Kurt Boy.
yeah, he just joined us today, and obviously it's a bit of a spin on Stowe. So we've got quite a few new drivers, haven't we? Because I think Ask Shewan.
Ashkin, yeah, I think he's joined to replace Scrolled, who has left the league as well.
Yeah,
Then we also have, I think Get Carter, is he a cover, I believe? Get Carter's a cover.
I've seen Get Carter before. I can't remember where he's from.
He's in the TTFL Friday League.
Ah, that's why I've seen his name.
Yeah,
I thought-
he's part of the DX
Oh, brilliant. Oh yes, he is, isn't he? Yeah, I think he's just jumped in to help out. Might make it a parent thing. I hope.
Fingers crossed, yeah, it's good. I like to watch Get Carter race. He is fun. Who's playing that music? I believe it's the TV behind me. The music's coming out from. So I do apologise.
Is it The Simpsons? Is it?
No, but my partner Lexi is watching Stepmoms or something.
Oh right, no, because it sounds like the tune actually when they go to Duffland or whatever it's called. And
Oh
like,
yeah.
This my land is your land. It's like the
Yeah,
what-
that is the song. That is what's playing.
They got the I'll have a beer and you'll have one too thing with a Duffland.
Yeah. You can't beat the Simpsons. Well, no, I think I'm a bit of a Futurama lad myself.
You know what? I'm more Simpsons than Futurama, but Futurama is it's got a little bit. It's a bit more. I'd say more grown-up jokes, but there's that one on Netflix, isn't it? What's it called? Dismemberment, or what's it called?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's made by the same people that
Yes.
that do Simpsons and Futurama.
But that's got very
Disenchantment.
dark humour. Yeah, that's the one. Yep.
Yeah.
That's got some very dark humour in it.
I did try to watch it, but I couldn't get into it. But I think with Futurama, I think they had a lot more. There's obviously we're set in the future. I know they've got space and all that kind of stuff. Their storylines can be a bit more out there than the Simpsons, and it just annoyed me that they just kept cancelling Futurama as well. Like Futurama was probably back then was my favourite, and I can say I watched a Futurama episode, but then rather than a Simpsons episode.
Oh, fair enough. We've just got a comment here. King's Home asking why is there music in the background. Well, luckily you've covered that.
Yeah.
Wild Gamer, Family Guy all the way. Izzy Disenchantment. She just put that on there as well. Obviously, they hear it about a few seconds after us, don't they? So,
Yeah.
that's fantastic. Well, I'll tell you my Peugeot story anyway while we've got a bit of time. So, at this time I not long got back from Afghan, when I was in the army. I'd dropped off all my gear in one of the barracks, and then I was like, okay, I want to go home and see my family. So this lad goes, oh, where's your car? I went, I left it at home. He goes, oh, I'll give you a lift if you want to cover some petrol money. He's like, yeah, sure, no problem. Cheaper than getting the train. So we jumped into his 206. I threw some of my bags in the back of his car, and we drove all the way up. On the M6, there's a big divot in the road. But I didn't see this, and I decided, oh, you know what? I want to get a drink from my bag. So I turned around, reached into the back seat to get into my bag to have a drink. And by the time I got that, I just heard a pop, and I just thought, all right, he's popped his wheel. We're pulling over, because he pulled over dead quick. Car's vibrating. I kind of sat up. I looked at him. In my mate, he's like, that's it there. He's like shooken up because he's like just completely scared. And then there's a hole in the dashboard.
What?
And basically, the airbag, whoever put the airbag in, put the charge in the wrong way round. So it ejected the whole airbag housing out of the dashboard and through the headrest that I was sitting.
Oh my god.
So the airbag
I
was
should have
in.
laughed at.
It is. I laugh at it myself, but that one moment of my life, going, wow, I get shot at and all that in Afghanistan. I come home, I didn't expect someone to be killed by a Peugeot 206.
You're getting shot by a Peugeot. That's unreal.
It is. I do laugh about it now. It's like one of those funny stories. But my mate was like completely shocked. To this day, he's still never. He stopped driving for a few months, and he's never ever sat in a Peugeot. The only Peugeot I sit in now is one of those taxis. That's the only Peugeot I'd actually sit in.
Jesus. So my rolled the car story. So basically, me and the girl I was seeing at the time, we used to play a game, I'll say a dangerous game. I'm say 18, and it basically was she would call. We'd go on a drive, and the idea was to go out and get lost. So she'd call out a direction like, "I'll go take this left. I'll take the exit. Go right," and then we try and get lost. Anyway, so as we're sitting there in the car, me and my mate's in the car. My mate's in the back seat. She's in the front. She says, "Take the exit." So I've gone to take the exit. Never done this exit before. Didn't realise how sharp it was and how how bad the car was. I've hit the brakes, turned to go take the exit, and the car just kept on going straight. I was like, shit. I managed to get the car around. As I did that, I've hit the reservation. The car's flipped, rolled over once, then spun on the floor, and then by the time everything settled down, I was facing the wrong way on the motorway.
Oh my goodness!
And then literally carried on going, rejoined the track. As I rejoined the road, parked out quickly by a lay-by. Damn it, the roof was dented in. Other than that, nothing else was really wrong with it. Me and mates all got out of the car, had a smoke. She got underneath the car and was checking out all the potential damage. She's not a mechanic, by the way, but she was just checking everything while the lads were all having a smoke. And then she went, "No, it's just the roof." So we basically got in the back seat, kicked the roof back in, and carried on. That's basically it.
Sounds like a great game, though.
It was until she took us down this is what killed the car. A few months later, we went down an icy road, and I didn't know about black. Well, I knew about black ice, but I've never seen it before. Anyway, so I've hit this black ice patch, went straight into a pile of mud, which with the cold was rock solid. The car went basically from 90 degrees up into the air, so basically on its nose, bounced back down again, and that bent the chassis and that broke the radiator. So we fixed it, kept it running for another few months after that, but it would have passed MOT because of the way we fixed it.
Oh, no way.
So yeah, so I had to get rid of it and ended up getting a Fiat after that, and then Fiat, BMW, then my Evo, and now I've got my Corsa.
So why go from an Evo to a Corsa?
The Evo, I love the Evo so much. I had it for about 2-3 years. The gearbox blew up, like completely blew up. So it would have cost me $8,000 in COVID times to get it fixed. And I was like, I ain't got the money to get it fixed. I might as well just sell it. And I've always wanted a Corsa, and I thought I don't need a car with, like a sports car again. I only really drive it to work. I need, a car. That's all I needed. And I thought, I saw this Corsa. It was bright yellow, black interior, black alloys. I thought, do you know what? That says a bit of me. I fancy a bit of that, so I bought it. It's a free door, and I fucking love it.
Does it have a black roof?
Yes.
So it's a limited edition one then.
Yes, it is limited edition. Vauxhall Corsa D, I think it is.
Yeah, I got my first car was a Vauxhall Corsa. It was a Vauxhall Corsa D. They just came out, and it was my first car. It was nice. It was a little 3-door. Put it on 2 wheels going through one of the Welsh roads. Don't know how I managed to stay alive after that, because it was like coming over this humpback bridge, tight left-hander, put it on 2 wheels and managed to travel down the road on 2 wheels for a little bit, landed back on 4 wheels and panicked because it was my first proper long journey. I was driving it all the way back to base, and it was just horrific. But yeah, absolutely. So we're going to run through the times as we are at the halfway mark for Q2. So Kingsholm 125.6, going back on out for an outlap on those medium tyres. While getting 125.8, Vike 125.8, Non-Human 125.8, Vine Van Doom 125.9, Flea 125.9, DXD Matty 125.9, Matty Bot 126 dead, Ask 126.1, Taylor Mckenzie 126.2, CD 126.3, and Civi 126.3. So just looking at Kingshome's time, didn't he get he got one of those times that was 125.2 or something with it?
Yes.
It was, so he's gone a lot faster. If you figure, he's gone a lot faster on those mediums than what you expected.
Massive improvement.
So like
massive improvement from Kingshome.
Because it is a 0.7 to 0.8 gap between mediums and softs. So that's a fantastic effort from Kingshome. We could see a 124 from him in Q1.
Definitely think so. This could be a really good top 10 shootout we're going to have after this. With watching Tay as he comes across the line, does do a 125.3
on medium tyres as well. That is
ridiculous time.
Yeah, Tay. I know we had a bad time at Vietnam, but he is quick. I've seen him drive the classic cars around Brazil, and he was phenomenally quick. I've seen him take the Brawn around Spa. No one was catching him.
That Brawn car is something else, though. That's what I do miss. That car, miss that team.
Yeah, it's what it is, though, isn't it? It's like Brawn now. What is Brawn? What is Brawn is what Red Bull could be doing this year.
Ooh.
So, because if you think about it, a lot of the stuff that was in that Red Bull was Honda.
Yes, it was.
Right. So, what Brawn did is just basically took over the Honda, all the Honda gear and all that, chucked the engine away because it wasn't good enough, and got a Mercedes engine and dominated the field by 2 seconds. Now, Red Bull's got that. Red Bull could do the same thing because Honda's not. I think the power unit is lacking the power that they can utilize, but the equipment is absolutely fantastic. Because if you think about the Honda Civics and all the Honda NSX, mechanically they were amazing. It was just they didn't have the power to support the technological genius that they are.
I think my next car, when I do get it, will be the Honda Civic Type R or the R-Type, whatever it's called. That car does look amazing.
My like I've got 3 dream cars that if I ever got a chance to buy them, I'll buy them. Which is a Ford RS 200, a 2005 Honda Civic Type R, and a Mustang SVT Cobra.
My 3 now would be, obviously I had the Evo, so that was one. The Civic was definitely up there as a 3 deserves a 125.2 on soft tyres. And then the other one, bit of a shock, would be a VW Camper.
Oh no! You've got
the split screen.
Oh yeah, of course. It was Surfer windows when they actually come. Oh, Safari windows when they come out.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, you know what, mate? You've got. Joe, I'm with you on that. That's a fantastic. I swear that I think you and Lexi would love that on the summer. You just take it anywhere, go camping. Because you don't.
Exactly. You have kitchen in the back.
You have all you have all the stuff that you need. You don't sleep in the back of it. You sleep in a tent. Because then you'd have everything that you need in the back of it. It's absolutely fantastic. You know, that's just summer sorted, isn't it? You go around travelling around the UK in beauty spots.
Well, see, ideally, I would. I thought the UK hasn't got many beauty spots, but you've got a few. But if you're going like a trip around Europe or something, that car would be perfect.
See, if you go for, I'll be honest, if you're going for a trip around Europe, I'd go get the new Transporter. There's a lot more you could do with that, and obviously with Germany and France, they've got very tight restrictions, so some of these outdated vehicles don't actually match up. I've just got a comment from Death Dragon, basically saying his dream car is a Nissan Skyline GTR R34 V-Spec 2.
Very specific.
I'm
not buying it for you. Izzy just come in for her one GT Shelby Mustang. GT 500 Shelby Mustang, beautiful car.
Which one?
The GT 500 Shelby.
Yeah, but which one?
That was,
there's eight generations of the GT500.
Oh, there you go. Is it which one? Which generation do you want? Or is it just any one you want of them? Is it, or Nissan GTR?
Or is it the old ones, the ones like Steve McQueen used to drive, the fastbacks?
Oh yeah, I think it's got to be a Steve McQueen fastback. The thing is, when you watch like American car shows and stuff, their cars are so much better than what we have out here. Especially the older that generation of cars in the 60s, 50s, 70s.
Well, you've got the Death Dragon's put the Shelby GT500 from 1967, which is the one car that everybody loved since they watched Gone in 60 Seconds.
Oh yeah.
Which is your fastback Mustang. Oh, Izzy's got new ones, guys. Oh, the new ones, right? If you want to see the best ever Shelby Mustang ever, you've got to watch the Need for Speed film, because they feature it on that. It's phenomenal, absolutely fantastic. So we're coming to the end of Q2. I'm going to run through the times because they have changed quite a bit. Actually, I'm going to have to leave that because I can see that Kingsholm is on an outlap. And where is he?
Because a bit of a queue as well, because Flea's right behind him as well.
They done this last time, didn't they? Did this last time? Flea managed to get it within a second.
He's got a bit more safer this time. 5 seconds. 5 seconds this time.
But I'll be honest, I understand why Flea's doing it, but Kingsholm, pull out, start on those medium tyres.
He's possibly just doing it to get possibly a slipstream for Flea, maybe to give him a bit of a hand. But then again, looking at the gap they got, I don't think so. But I'm assuming we will see Kingsholm pull out this lap. I can't see him setting this lap time anyway. Flea's gone purple 1 so far. Very quick time from him so far.
Oh, so now in my chat we've got they're throwing different cars now on the list. So we've got a Dodge Charger Hellcat.
Oh, the Hellcat, you know what? Yes, that Hellcat is lovely. It's got to be in lime green as well. Lime green Hellcat.
You know the thing is though, if you took the Hellcat engine and stuck it in a Dodge Viper, I'm sorry, I love the Dodge. It was one of my favourite cars, but my best mate's got a Dodge Viper, and I was jealous of him for a while, and then I realised how much of a headache that engine would give you.
I think after a while, it's pretty nice for the first hour. Then you're going to get a massive headache.
And then Izzy's put the Lexus LFA on the list.
Yeah, nice, a very nice car.
Oh no, it's not.
It is a nice car. It's burnt orange. It's got to be in burnt orange.
It's no. You got to think about it. It's a Toyota in a prom dress.
Oh, that's an insult. But yeah, you're actually right. Not gonna lie. So there we go. Flea did make it into P9, so you will be seeing him again in Q3. We're going to run down exactly who we're going to be saying goodbye to in Q2. So we're saying goodbye to a non-human, just about as well. A very close time from him. Ryan Van Doom, CDM, and Matty Bots and Civi.
My chat is just full of everybody just calling off cars.
Cars, as I said, it's a definite talking point. It's definitely whatever car people like, because everyone's got a different style.
Right, Izzy's from the Republic of Ireland, isn't she?
Yes, she is. Yeah.
She put a comment saying the Chimera ZL1, but unfortunately not legal in Europe. Can I tell you something, Izzy? It's legal in the UK now. We're not in Europe, but it's legal now in the UK because the UK does not follow the same motoring laws as the rest of the EU do anymore. Those cars, as long as you pass a UK-based MOT, they're fine to drive.
Big up Brexit.
Yeah.
So let's get this up again. Let's have a look what tyres are people going to be fitting. I'm assuming it's all soft tyres, but we'll keep it up anyway.
They've got to give softs. If they don't give softs, I'll be disappointed. I don't know. But I'm going go Kingsholm and Wild Gamer. sub 125s. I want to see it.
I reckon we'll see a 124 today.
Yeah, we've got to. Not after what the times they gave on the medium tyres.
Yeah,
we've got to get 124 we've got to.
In there. So who's out first? It looks like it is going to be, I believe it's Tay out first. It will be Tay out first.
Yeah, that
closely
Williams.
Behind is the DXT Matty, I think. Or is it Wild Gamer right behind him? Yeah, Wild Gamer.
And we do have Kingsholm out there as well. But who's and Flea. I think Flea's the other car. Flea's just in front of Flea's just in front of Kingsholm. So we've got nearly everybody's out. We've got DXT Matty and Freedom still in the pits. It's definitely got to get out early enough to get two good runs out.
Yeah, definitely. You definitely got. Because you don't want to be stuck going round as well. It doesn't matter about the tyre wear in this one either. So get as much wherever you can out of these tyres. As long as you're going quick, as long as you're on that top podium spot, who cares?
Oh, definitely. Death Dragon's just thrown a comment out there about so he knows someone who had a Mustang with a Ford engine off a Sherman tank. So you got those tanks, those engines produced a lot of power, but not a lot of torque. So it had all the power in it, but because if the torque was too high, all it would do, it would just spin the wheels, and the it will break up the Caterpillar tracks. So it was just like they had to tone it down. So they had enough power to get it moving, but not enough power to get it going fast.
So the road car is quite a lethal combination.
Yeah.
So one of my favourite programs to watch, if I've got the time to watch it, a program called Fast and Loud, and it literally, like, watching Americans work on them cars, it's just amazing. You haven't ever heard of it, guys? It's called Fast and Loud, not on Discovery, and it's about a garage called Gas Monkey Garage, and basically they do all these hot rods and that kind of stuff, and some of the cars they come out with are beautiful.
More cars on the list that's come out as well, gamers. Aston Martin DB11. No, thank you. I'm sorry. No, it's. If you look at the DB8, the DB9, they looked absolutely fantastic. The DB10 was questionable, but the DB11, it looks a bit like a Tesla if you look at the front. But although
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, it's just, I like the grille, even though the grille could be completely useless on these modern cars. The grille was a staple point. The grille, it just made it look more menacing, more aggressive. Aggressive car is great for a guy.
Yeah. Oh, Tay's broken the 124 barrier. He's 124.8.
I told you he's quick. Absolutely fantastic.
Definitely. Tay did very well.
Kingsholm as well.
Can he beat her? Yeah, Kingsholm's broken that. 124.7. That's what we want to see.
Well done, Death Dragon. Oh, that's brilliant.
Brilliant times here. 124.7, 124.8, 124.8, 125.1, 125.3. We could definitely see faster times here. Come on, guys. Let's see what DXT Matty can do as he comes out of Maggots and Beckets now. So my car's always been leaning towards, my favourite car's always like in rally cars. So like I always like the Lancia Delta, lovely looking car, sounded amazing. The Stratos also looks amazing, but obviously not very practical. But yeah, Lancia, the Delta is just amazing. It's basically like a Golf on steroids.
Yeah, and braces. That grille does look like it's wearing braces. But I've sat in a few Lancias. I was at a car show at Hyde Park back in 2011. It was just before I went to Afghan. We got to have a weekend in London, all paid for by the British Army. Fantastic. And we went to this car show that was just it was at Hyde Park, and they had all the cars parked up. And from there, what we did was we just got into all these cars and just had to sit down. and the Lancia Delta felt you were slightly off. So your sitting angle, you're kind of tilted towards the middle a little bit, and obviously because it's left-hand drive, you're looking across into the opposing traffic, so you kind of like would kind of naturally drift towards that way when you're driving it. But the Stratos, your knees are one side, your bum's the other side, and you've got to kind of twist yourself to get in front of the steering wheel.
Yeah, the Stratos, any Lancia car, they must have been on something when they designed these cars anyway, because they were just all over the place.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
But so far, the only person I haven't set a lap yet is Taylor Mckenzie. He's just come out now for his out lap, so we'll see what he can do in a little while. He's taking a nice and easy run out with 5 minutes left as well, so about halfway.
I like his helmet. It contrasts
the bright green.
Yeah, bright green with pink, completely different from the orange and blue of his car. Brilliant.
Yeah, big fan of the helmet.
Yeah, Lando Norris will be proud of you. We've got Tay's coming out for another try. Tay could squeeze out 3 fast laps, don't they? By the way he's going.
Yeah, he's not knocking about. He's going in and out very quickly, so he could definitely get another lap in.
Yeah. So freedom with
which is what you want to be doing, to be honest.
Yeah, freedom with 125.0. I reckon he could get sub 125. I really do.
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, it doesn't matter with the tyre wear on this one because it is a shootout. So these tyres won't be getting used in the race. Well, I see them restart them at least anyway.
Yeah, of course.
As we now hit the 5-minute mark, let's have a look what Tay can do. Lovely green and pink helmet. It's very similar to the helmet I actually run as well. I run my helmet is light green, light pink, yellow, and light blue.
Nice. I will be honest. I've not jumped in the car properly for a while. I can't remember the colour of my helmet.
Probably white now, you?
No, I think it's black with blue.
Oh, okay. Nice combination, black and blue.
Yeah, I think it's black and blue because my car was blue with black.
Oh well,
my career car was blue and black.
Yeah, your career car.
Well, my first one was. My brother decided to customise it a bit, and it's quite a nice design he's done. He's with a different, like a burnt red colour, dark blue and black.
Very nice, very.
Yeah, my brother's an artist.
Yeah, I would love to see Codemasters next game. Just make it a bit easier when it comes to custom cars. I've said it a lot. If you watch streams, I do say it quite a lot. I do love seeing the McLarens, Mercedes going around the original cars. It would be nice to see a bit of driver design input, put it that way. If it actually works properly and you share the garage with the actual teammate rather than someone random, it would be quite nice.
Yeah, definitely.
I never know. Wait and see.
What I would
he
love
does set a 125.3, which puts him up into 8th place so far. So go quickly round, come back in again, and then one more try, see if we can get into that 124 mark. Who else we've got? Tay. Tay's on a lap now. I come through Maggots and Beckett's.
Do you know the one thing I was just like looking at
the camera?
Yeah, the Maggots and Beckett's. He did the first 2 left and right. He kind of like just off the apex a little bit. So I don't think he's going to be putting in a competitive time now.
Got 1 second, I think my mic's gone a bit funny. I'll wait and see what Tay does before I quickly change my settings.
Yeah, it sounds better now.
No, I think what it is, I've unplugged it and it's gone back to taking the sound off the stream.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
1 second, we can change that now. Yeah, it has. There we go. Fix that back to there. There we go. Back to sound again.
Okay, so if you had money was no object car, what would it be?
See, I'm not a fan of getting a Ferrari, Lambo, that kind of stuff. I think I'm so logical with it. Like, I think the everyday running of that car and the use of that car will be kind of pointless. It would have been an Evo. I'm not gonna lie, I said before I had one, it would have been an Evo. I think now, I would lean towards the Honda Civic Type R, like the brand new one, not the 2005 model, the brand new one.
Oh, but so you really would not go for like a Ferrari 488?
Nah, definitely not.
See,
I don't know what it is. I just even if I won the lottery, if I won the lottery and I was a millionaire, I still wouldn't get. I would just get a normal car, like I can actually a bit show offy, like the Honda, like the Type R, a bit show offy, but it's not gonna like break its front nose or like scrape every single pothole we get in the UK.
Yeah, I don't know. I can understand about like for me, like. My dream cars are cars I sit there going, like, you know what, if I had a little bit more money, I could get it. So that's my dream. That's what I class as a realistic dream car. But if money was no object, then I'd go for the McLaren F1 GTR.
It is a nice car, very nice car.
The only thing that would put me off it though is your seating position.
Yeah, well, in the middle.
In the middle, and you've got two back seats.
Poor Matty goes a 124.7. Unreal from DXT Matty.
Yeah, he's only 3 thousandths in front of the Death Dragon. So Death Dragon, who just makes the time and wall quite nicely there, is going to try and get that back, isn't he?
Yeah, 100%.
I can't fault Matty, DXT Matty for that absolutely fantastic lap. We've got Flea as well. Flea he wants to be up there with the front runners, doesn't he?
Yeah.
So we've got Vike, Tapaxter and Taylor Mckenzie, whose qualifying is over. Kingston has validated his lap. So Kingston will be
Aston's gone third.
Very nice time. So a lot of drivers going sub 125s. A lot better than what I thought. I thought it was going to be close, but not like I didn't think they would, or a lot of them would jump that gap. Still, Wild Gamer, I really thought he would have had it. I really thought the pace he had on the medium tyres in Q2, I thought he might have had it in the but we've still got a few seconds to go. Oh, he's improved on his time a little bit, but it just I'm a little bit gutted for him, because obviously he must have had a sweeter line through than on the medium tyres.
Death Dragon got a bit unstuck on the last chicane. I think he had to pull out of his lap there. Yeah, he has. Really unfortunate for him. So DXT Matty taking pole.
Who'd have thought it, eh? Yeah,
brilliant. They're not on our radar at all. So well done, DXT Matty. We'll read out the full top 10 right now. We have DXT Matty will be a pole sitter, 124.745. Look how much he has beaten Death Dragon by.
3,000, amazing.
3,000ths of a second, that is unreal. Death Dragon will be in second place. Third place, Askin. Asks your his first ever appearance, so well done to him. Fourth place is Freedoms, did very well as well. Tay in fifth, King Tom in sixth, Vike in seventh, Wild Gamer in eighth. We expect him to be up there a little bit more, so a bit disappointed probably from him. Ninth will be Taylor Mckenzie, and 10th is Flea. But look at the times.
Absolutely fantastic. It's like, again, less than a second from first to 10th. And I was on board with Flea for a little bit there at the end. You could see that he was making minor mistakes, and those minor mistakes do add up to losing a lot of time.
Yeah, they definitely do, because I would say it's a split second here and there, but a split second in F1 is a lot.
Yeah. Wild Gamer's commented saying his setup is for a race setup, so he wasn't really too focused on the qualifying.
Okay, makes more sense.
Well, he has got some great racecraft. If you could tie a lap together, he's really quick and he's really concise. Obviously, he's had some rotten luck so far in this league, but maybe Silverstone could turn it around for him. Being from Northern Ireland, he's British, so this is his home GP.
They definitely need some better luck. Finn's has said hello in the chat, so hello Finn. Yeah, a bit quieter today than normal. Bit of a mixture we've had so far. I think most of it was 11 straight away. Freedoms has come in and said I did do a pole lap, but he got invalidated.
Oh. Ooh. Medium to soft is the strategy that they're saying.
Well, I don't believe that. Remember we watched the what's the name race, Monaco race. It was saying doing a 2-stop, soft medium, or soft medium.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't personally try that.
I'll be honest. I think you're gonna have a lot of drivers who would.
You think? We'll play it safe.
Oh, they got one stop. A lot of one stoppers, I reckon.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's fair to say. There'll be a lot of one stoppers.
Medium soft.
Matty's in a great place.
Medium soft is going to be the strategy that a lot of them go for, or the soft mediums for like Ask and Freedom. Safety car comes out, that will change everybody's strategy depending on when it comes out. Ryan Van Doom is the only person to decide to jump on the hards.
Bold call, especially being at 12th. Very bold call.
Yeah, I definitely would have went.
That could be a glitch as well, though.
Yeah, it could be, but I'm looking at him on board with his car, and he's definitely got the white bin tyres.
Yeah, what I'm saying is he might have selected to go mediums, but then or softs even, and then the game's give him the hards anyway.
Yeah, that's happened.
We've seen that before, haven't we?
Yeah, we definitely have.
Yeah.
Especially when we have to do a server reset.
Yeah, exactly. It resets when you mainly see it. It's kind of frustrating, really, because you don't want to be on the hard tyres a lot of the time. So we'll have to wait and see what happens if that was what he wanted to do.
I was on board with Death Dragon just as the formation lap was finishing, and because the computer takes over just before the Vale chicane, the Death Dragon's car just went right through at DXT Matty's car, and I thought there was going to be a crash. I was like, oh, and then I realised how the hell it's just going to go through him.
Oh, it's just so silly. If you're on a wheel as well, like that does snap your hand away from the steering.
Yeah.
As the cars do line up now, as we see, everyone's starting to gather up on the grid.
Oh, this is
shuffling around from the cars.
Perfect time to back the whistle before the lights start going on.
Just waiting now for the perfect angle. There we go. 1 light, 2 light, 3 light, 4 lights, 5 lights. And away we go. Everyone getting a fairly good start. Bit of puff of smoke from the middle. Who's going to go in front of Matty, or would it be Death Dragon? Matty gets a good lead from the start. Death Dragon's he's gone. Death Dragon's spun. Oh no, that's not what you want to see on the first corner. Death Dragon has lost it at the back of the grid. Bit more shuffling around at the back as we see Free's up in the second place, Asking the third, Tay's gone into fourth. Again, another mistake from Asking as well, took that in sixth place. What a bit of moving and shuffling around at the moment.
Yeah, I see a bit of someone's wing plate fly off. I just can't work out who it came from. But oh, and the McLaren of Taylor he spun at Luffield, and he got collected by a couple of drivers. So that's affected a lot of drivers there. He just lost the back end. Obviously, he could not control what happened after that, and a few cars, all because of dead tight close together, end up getting collected. So already a few incidents, but Freedom's start, I've got to give him that. It was fantastic. He jumped into second pretty much before the first corner. Absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, he did fantastic.
So DXT Matty is going to be defending all the way around now.
Flea and CD are going side by side. Bit of a love bump there, but CD has managed to defend that 7th place from Flea. Bit of more movement at the back as well, I believe. Ryan Van Doom's into the pits. Is this a wing change, possibly?
Got the usual gunfins of this Codemasters shuffling everything around, because saying CDM is up in third, but we know he's
definitely not
there.
Yeah, new wing. So yeah, there you go. That was a missing wing. I think you saw was the Haas of Ryan Van Doom, who has put on the soft tyres now. does we completely ruin his strategy that he was going to be going on, because he did put on the hard tyres.
I think it might be the end plate of Civi, because Civi's got no end plate on his Renault.
So we lost it as well. Yeah, he has, yeah. Death damage on that car as well. We're starting to see the boards kind of sort themselves out. We're still waiting for Ramontium and Van Dorm to go back to where they're meant to be.
It's a completely different start than what I anticipated, I will be honest.
Yeah, massive difference now. Just waiting now to see the boards really sort themselves out. Wild Game gets a penalty for his corner cut in there, only after lap 2. Freedom's fastest lap, beaten by Tay, fastest lap. Flea's got down the fastest lap, so everyone's fighting for that fastest lap at the moment. But now we're starting to settle down again, so we're going to go quickly run through who is where. DXC Matty is leading this race on the medium tyres, did very well to avoid all trouble at the start and hold his pole position. Freedom's extremely good start. You see how many positions he's jumped up already. 2 places.
Freedom's just jumped into first.
Yeah, he has. Good move from Freedom's.
Brooklands there took it really well. Now he's got Luffield who's going to just easily hold him off, but he is on the softer tyre, so you would expect that from him.
Yeah, so that's off tyre. He needs to make that work as far, for as long as he can. So he wants to be out in front, make sure there's no traffic ahead of him, really push and get those tyres to good use, really.
Yeah, I hope for an early safety car to well, when I say an early safety car roughly about lap 9 or 10 to jump onto those mediums. Because I do think
a potential overtake. Yeah, Death Dragon's going alongside El Stefano to go to Magus and Beckett, so the VSC has come out as Matty Bot's retired and taken Wild Gamer with him. Oh, a lot of debris on track, a lot of traffic, a lot of broken cars. Really unfortunate there. I wonder who else got caught up in that.
Well, we've got Ryan Van Doom. He knows that the accident's happened in front of him, but he couldn't wait. I don't think he could see where it was. But he backed off quite a bit there to allow time for the cars to clear away before going through. So smart thinking by Ryan Van Doom. Obviously, with a virtual safety car, it doesn't help him.
No, it definitely doesn't. Ideally, he'd want to be a full safety car so he can get back up to the rest of the pack. Ask is going into the pits. I wonder if that's a wing change. Did he get caught up in that crash?
He may have done, or he may have collected a bit of damage going with someone else.
Yeah, definitely wing change either way, but he is put on the hard tyres, so hopefully trying to make him stretch to the end. We are back to racing again now, so let's have a look who else we've got on board with, have a little battle anywhere. Death Dragon, let's go around the outside of Kingsholm. Got the inside line for the next one. Let's have a look, see if he can do it. Very good driver, from good awareness as well. Sorry, Gaz?
Yeah, I was just about to say, it's an absolutely lovely view of those cars coming around Luffield together, side by side. And they're still side by side through Maggotts and Beckett's, coming up to Maggotts and Beckett's. I don't think they can go side by side through Maggotts and Beckett's cleanly, as Kingsholm holds it well.
Good driving from them too, good awareness, knowing where each other was.
I think Death Dragon may have released a little bit there to make sure they didn't go side by side into those corners, because that would have been horrific, as they both looking like to get past El Stefano. Kingsholm does, and Death Dragon into Stowe. Side by side with El Stefano. Side by side through the Vale chicane. That was fantastic, very respectful driving from all three of those drivers there.
Yeah, so Kingsholm in that 10th place now. Death Dragon recovering from his earlier mistake is now in 11th. Takes a penalty there as well for a good measure.
Oh no.
So look at the gap between Freedoms and Matty. 1.1 second already.
Freedom needs to make as much gap as he can, really. I'm on board with Ari, who is slowly catching up with Kertboy. Kertboy just missing the apex on Brooklands there, and it goes a bit wide at Luffield. Kind of takes a sharper approach So basically, he's late braking, going hard late braking, so he's going really slow to get the car around and then back down again. So not the best line, but he seems to be holding off at Ari for a while now.
Yeah, so he's now approaching the DRS zone here. It's going to be very hard for Kurt Boy to really defend against Ari.
Yeah.
But wait and see what he does. Currently on board with Ari right now. A bit too far away actually, so a bit of a better exit from Kurt Boy.
Yeah, Kurt Boy got through Chapel quite well there. Quite surprised, to be honest, with that, because he kept missing the apexes on a lot of corners.
Those that miss him in the vital places, I think you should hold it off for at least one more lap anyway. But look at the gap between him and Ari now. Ari is almost pushing that car around as they go round turn 1.
And I'll take Pasta's looking to get a move done on DXT Matty, because he is closing that gap. He was half a second earlier, and now he's up there. He's bringing DXT Matty in every time they get to a straight. He's using that DRS to actually close it down even further. Possible move in Stowe probably at this rate.
Yeah, definitely could be possible, because these two guys on the same strategy, same tyre strategy, so they are just literally racing each other right now. But yeah, look, you can see how I think Tay's a lot more comfortable going through Maggis and Beckett than DXT Matty there.
Yeah, definitely. With Ask at the moment, Ask is he's caught up to the back of Tier. Obviously, Ask's on those hard tyres, Tier's on the mediums, and he's going past. DRS basically helped him just make that move happen quickly. But he brakes really late in that corner, and Tier is back into the mix, going around left field side by side.
Good switch back there from Tier.
Absolutely fantastic, but Ask has got through, and Tier is still battling through as they come up to Cops.
Great racing. Obviously, it's nice to see, especially normally you see drivers being a bit more careful when you've got a new person in the lobby, because you don't know exactly how they race. But Ask is doing very, very well. Holding his own very well there.
Fantastic driving from both drivers there, over that battle. They easily could have someone could have easily just tapped the other person to take both cars out, but very respectful driving there.
Tay Baxter even close now to DXT Matty. DXT Matty goes to defend early on. Oh, Freedom's the penalty.
See, that I would say that's the only fault with Freedom's racing, really. He picks up these penalties every now and then for multiple warnings, so like where he's pushing the car a bit too hard and kind of just goes a bit too. Tay Baxter's come really hot into the Matty and makes the pass into Stowe, but it wasn't like a slow pass. Like normally it's like a challenger pass. That just looked like he breezed past.
He did. It looked like there were two different cars there, different races.
Yeah.
And DXT Matty didn't really put up a defence. Didn't have the pace at all, and Tay just flies past him like he's not even moving.
Yeah, exactly. That was a fantastic move by Tay. But Tay's got to start thinking about making progress to Freedom.
Yeah, he's got a 1.2 seconds out to catch up. How long do you reckon these soft tyres will start to last? Or start to fall off, I should say?
Well, see, I've seen these tyres go to 11 laps comfortably. So if you're going to push it, you could push it to 12, maybe 13. But I expect a lot of drivers to come in at lap 11 ready for a set of mediums.
Because Tay's already catching the back of Freedoms. You can see the gap, 1.1 now. Or 1.1, 1.2.
Well, we could, with Freedom, let's see, I'm going to just have a look. He is full throttle at the moment, but it seems to be a bit more gentle. If you get me on the accelerator, it seems to be a bit more smoother. So he's trying to save those tyres as much as he can.
But look at the exit Tay gets over Freedoms there. Freedoms gets a very bad exit from Magnus and Beckett's, and into Stowe now. Look, 4 attempts difference between the two drivers. Tay is loving this track right now.
Well, that was absolutely fantastic for Tay. he's got that. He come out of Maggots and Beckett, and then that line he does through Chapel onto the hanger straight is absolutely fantastic. Just really does he lets him carry that speed all the way through. And then by the time he's at Stowe, he's already taken like 2-3 tenths off the time from the car in front.
Yeah, it's great racing. It's great. The Tay is literally on a different planet right now. He's just racing so well. As he's look, you see there, Freedom's already having to defend, but it does so well. But I expect this is going to be a losing battle for Freedoms. Message from May, yellow flags came out too late for me to react. By the time I noticed, I already committed to the corner and obviously collected the back of Wild Gamer.
Oh.
That's unfortunate from him. Did see movement at the back. I think CDM did overtake Get Carter, possibly. But that could have been a bit of a graphic issue.
We've got Flea now who's looking to start making a move against Kurtboy. So they're going through Maggots and Beckett at the moment. And Flea is slowly getting there. But Kurtboy had a better line through.
Poor exit there.
Yeah, he had a better line through Maggots and Beckett to kind of like open the gas back up. As Ari and DJ Death Dragon are actually battling it out. I do like when Ari and DJ Death Dragon do battle it. They do put all their effort in, really.
Yeah, I think we're getting to that point now where these soft tyres are going to start to be falling off a little bit. As Flea has gone into the pits, pitting first one to pit from the softs, going to put on the medium tyres by the looks of it, and he does. So mediums to the end, 16 lap on mediums.
It is possible. It takes a lot of tender care really for that to go. But what Flea's got the advantage of now, he knows a lot of these drivers started on mediums, and he could pretty much judge when they're about to fall off. Then at least he knows that when he should be expecting the cliff to appear on his own tyres, so he's got that advantage. But
yeah, during that we also had Miss Tay overtaking Freedoms.
Oh, wow, I can't believe we've done that. We was talking about that battle all the way around, and then all of a sudden
I know
we missed the critical point.
I said Freedoms is still there, he's still holding on. Very close between these two. Oh, is he pitting? Freedoms has gone into the pits.
Yeah, definitely had to, it was the best time for him to pit. End of lap 10. Pit for a set of medium tyres for 16 laps on mediums. It'll do it. So now
the gaps now are really spread out.
Well, it says the pit's not open for the medium strategy, so it's a lot of cars now are jumping in the pits. You got the people on the medium tyres will be thinking in the next 5 laps they're gonna have to pit, but then because they're gonna have to think, right, we've got to stretch these medium tyres to lap 10, lap 16, lap 17 to let our soft tyres get them to the end.
But Abby's doing very well in his soft tyres. He's on 10 lap. I don't know if that's gonna be hurting him or not.
Well, the first thing to do is let's have a look at the visual look at the tyres. So you can see roughly about 2/3 from the inside. You can see that where it goes from dark to light, and that's the blister line there, and it's quite smooth. So he has got another 2-3 laps. Once that starts getting rough, that's when you know they're about to pop. A lot of people on this game, in the esport world, don't even think about looking at the tyres. But that is a key indicator when you know your tyres are about to go. Even if it might say you're on 60% on your MFD, I think you can get another 6-7 laps out of it. Now you've got to think about that line is your telltale sign.
Yeah, he's doing very well to manage. I was assuming he's going in. Yes, he
definitely
is pitting now.
But it gives his mediums that extra lap of life.
Yeah, so and then a lot of pressure at the end of the tyres, so that'd be big help to him if he's in a little battle with anyone.
So we've got Civvy and Taylor and Ask, who who are on the hard tyres now. They pitted that went in lap 3, I think it was, a non-human who went in lap 1 with those hard tyres. So these actually can go to the end. It just means that they've got no pace. As Flea gets the fastest lap with a 128.3.
Good time from him. Let's actually jump on board with Flea because he started to catch the back of this little train between his teammate Get Carter and Ryan Van Doom. Ryan is yet to pit on his 9-lap holds. Well, he's pitted already obviously earlier in the race, but yeah, the soft tyres are starting to fall off now, I believe.
Yeah, he'll need to pit soon, but then if he pits, he'll drop down a few places, and then he's got all that work to do again. But he's done well with his tyres. Did he start on mediums or did he start on softs?
I think he started on mediums, if I remember rightly.
So if he
let's have a look at the strategy.
If he pushes these tyres for another 3 laps, he might be able to get onto another set of softs and go to the end.
Oh no, hards. Remember he started on hards, didn't he, Van Doom?
Oh, he did? He did? He was our driver that started on the hard.
As you can see, I think Ryan Van Doom possibly making a move and Get Carter, although he was defending against Flea, I believe. So holding it off the attacks from Flea for the time being at least anyway, but like you said, he has got a pit soon. Won't last very long.
No, not at all. He's at that like part of the time with those tyres. But they look in better condition than what RE's did. So yeah,
it all depends as well how he is on controlling them, because obviously it is on a pad it's probably a lot more difficult to really keep tyre life in those. On a wheel it's a bit easier. You can kind of judge it a bit better.
Well, with the wheel you've got what they call a 128 point like 128 point precision, whereas on a controller it's only 32.
Yeah.
So it
makes a massive difference.
It does make a massive. It's like you've got 4 times better control on a wheel than you have on a controller.
Freedom's. Ryan ran very wide there. Did pick up a penalty for his trouble. Flea taking the Maggers of Beckett's beautifully. As I say that, he's gone a bit wide on the exit there. It does lose a lot of the ground. He just worked his way up.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that it's Flea's one of those drivers. If you talk the best bits of each lap that he's done and put them all together, he will be flying. And Ryan Van Doom jumps into the pits there. I think he'll go on to set of mediums just to be safe. But
I said stretching softs. Okay, 14 laps on softs. That'd be a bit of an arse.
Yeah, it would be.
And Get Carter lets his teammate by there, so good teamwork there. They've done a lot of work for him. Held up Ryan and then releases Flea as soon as Ryan's out of the picture. So well done to Get Carter there.
This is what you want to see from Red Bull rather than having a Max Verstappen Daniel Ricciardo battle.
Oh yeah, definitely. You got to see some teamwork. Wow, Ryan's put on softs.
That's a brave move. Brave move indeed.
That is very brave move.
But he's got 13 laps to do on them tyres. It's not impossible, but I would have pushed the previous set of tyres as far as you could.
Yeah, go one more lap on those soft tyres, and this relieves a bit of stress on these ones.
Yeah, definitely.
We'll wait and see how that pans out for him later. I don't think that's going to work very well as Matty's in the pits.
Yeah,
the first one to go.
I think he's came in a little bit early.
Yeah, I think he has. I think again it's the same sort of situation. It's 11 laps on soft tyres. It's going to be a bit of an ask.
But then he could think that he's going to have a better out lap on these soft tyres than they're going to have an in lap on those medium tyres, which means he could jump some of these medium tyre drivers that is going to pit in soon.
Oh, yeah, and he's got to try something, hasn't he?
So he's looking for the undercut, and the undercut only works well if you're going to a softer compound. If you're going to a harder compound, it doesn't work as well as you want it to.
Yeah, because it takes that extra bit of time for the tyres to heat up, doesn't it?
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, I think this can work out well for him. Let's wait and see what he does. But just make sure he's got after this stonker of a outlap he's got to have now. He's just then got to look after those soft tyres for a bit longer.
I'll see it because like Tay stayed out, so
yeah, I think it's mainly because his teammate has come in as well. It doesn't really help.
Yeah.
His teammate ahead of him just gone in, so I think forcing Tay to stay out.
But Vike stayed out as well, so CDM. Death Dragon is gone into the pits, and Death Dragon going for that one lap behind. King's Home. Let's see what he does. King's Home stays out. Freedom's stayed out after Ziono's medium tyres. This could be Freedom he's 27 seconds behind Tay Paxton at the moment. The pit stops roughly about 24 seconds, 25 seconds.
Yeah, it's one of the longest pit stops, isn't it, in the F1 after they've done that extension.
Yeah, well, yeah, but then you're cutting off the Vale chicane.
Yeah, they cut the Vale chicane, but I said you're going 37 miles an hour, I believe it is. 37.
Yeah, so they're slowing down a bit more because they've got the sharp bend in it as well. But it'd be quite interesting to see how that pans out because DXD Matty right now is sitting in 6th. He's got Freedom in front of him.
Look where Death Dragon come out.
Yeah.
A lot of traffic for him.
Oh my goodness, poor Death Dragon. He's got to go through the 2 Red Bulls who are not going to make it easy for him because I do think Get Carter will be just playing the team game. And he's got El Stefano to battle with as well. El Stefano currently still pushing those mediums hard. So we're going to have Get Carter will be thinking I'm going to hold back DJ Death Dragon as much as possible because he doesn't really have to fight too much with El Stefano.
The Get Carter moment is just trying to get past as quick as he can, so just help out his teammate. He does a great overtake there, but can he hold it? He can. It holds up Death Dragon a bit more.
I like that battle. That battle was amazing. I was on board with El Stefano at the time.
I was on board with Death Dragon. I saw a great view of it.
So yeah, I was on El Stefano and all you see was Get Carter's nose go front, then behind, then front, then behind, then front, and gone.
So Tay has come in the pits and he's just come out just ahead of DXD Matty. So that the undercut really working well for Matty.
Yeah, well, so got to think now. We've got CDM who's got to come into the pit soon. He'll have to go. He'll go on. He should go in this lap. Freedom pretty much got to run those tyres to the end, and he's got a few seconds to Tay Paxton, who is bringing that time down quite quickly. DXC Matty is pretty much matching Tay Paxton's pace, really. Obviously, he's bringing the time down quite a bit, but then it goes back up at certain parts of the circuit as well.
Death Dragon there making a move on Get Carter. He's now eyeing up Fleet. It should be quite easy pickings for him, to be honest, with the tyre difference.
Yeah, definitely. But don't underestimate Fleet.
Definitely. He can defend. He knows how to defend.
Yeah, the cunning Scotsman is a crafty get.
Need to get a good exit out of Maggers and Begets now onto the hangar straight. It's not the best exit you can possibly have. It's going to be a simple overtake for Death Dragon as he goes up into 6th place. TDM has now pitted. Where does he come out? He's definitely gone up behind DXC Matty, so the extra laps would possibly not helping him too much.
Vike's got in front of him. What about Death Dragon? Oh, he'll definitely get in front of Death Dragon. Because Death Dragon is they're quite a bit of distance behind.
Yeah, the battle with the Red Bull and the Haas there definitely hurt Death Dragon quite a lot.
Yeah, definitely.
But Freedoms does take the lead in this race. He's on 6 lap old mediums, but the 4 guys behind, or 5 guys if you include Death Dragon, all on fresh softs. He needs to really make sure that they catch him at the wrong time in their tyre life.
Yeah, definitely. Well, see, Freedom's just he's got that bit of a gap here to take Paxton, which means that he's just got to try and make that last as long as possible, because as soon as you get up to lap 6, then that's their effectiveness pretty much run down. But a tier of fresh soft tyres is just looking to bring in non-human
Oh,
here.
contact at the back! There, Ari and Kingsholm, a massive contact there, and Ari is out of the race. I think he's taken Ask with him. That's going to bring out a safety car, possibly.
I'll be surprised if it doesn't. Virtual safety
VSC,
car.
VSC.
This is not what... I'll be honest, I don't like the VSC.
No, I'm not a big fan of VSC. So what happened there, Ari was going alongside Kingsholm, probably trying to force him into the wall a little bit too much. Kingsholm had nowhere to go, and Ari continually trying to make that line more difficult for Kingsholm. Made contact with his front wheel in the back, and then he spun right in front of Kingsholm there. Nothing really Kingsholm could do.
But
Ari is out of the race.
Kingsholm's got no damage on his wing.
No, he got very lucky. It was a wheel-to-wheel contact. It was his front wheel and Ari's back wheel.
Yeah,
and
but
I think he just managed to get away with it.
Yeah, it must when Ari spun in front of him. Kingsholm must have made sure he got out of the way of that spin, because
Just
not a single damage.
Look on the replay if I can see it. Notice it here. Let's have a little look. Wait and see. Yeah, I don't know how he's managed to get away with that.
Oh, let's hope it's not another desync.
Oh, fingers crossed. I don't think it'll look like a desync. I think it just possibly racing incident between the two. Ari's in the chat now. I'm lost for words. What even? Basically, Ari, I think what happened there, you tried to squeeze Kingsholm into the wall a little bit too much, and I think you made contact with his front wheel on your back, and it just kind of sent you spinning. But obviously, put all incidents in the instant report chat, and we'll watch it after the race.
Yeah, definitely. It could be one of those Joe incidents where the driver who's passing thinks he's actually made a pass clear, and just comes in a bit too short. We've seen that quite a lot.
So Tay Paxton now on the move with Kingsholm for first place. Kingsholm can't really defend too much, and Tay does take it quite easily. Sorry, what did I say? Kingsholm.
You said
Freedom. Sorry. Kingsholm on the brain. Yeah, it was natural collisions. What Ari said. Yeah, bit of a. It was unlucky. We had the right idea, I think, there, Ari, to make that line difficult for Kingsholm.
Oh yeah.
But I think just should have maybe give him a bit more room. But yeah, Tay does take the lead of this race, and Freedom just drops down in a second. But the gap between him and Matty, 3.1 seconds, if Matty could do anything about that.
See, this is Matty's been in this situation before. He had an opportunity to get a podium, and he missed out by fractions of a second.
Oh, fractions of a second. It was so close, wasn't it? Really fingers crossed we get to talk to Matty again today, because he's had a good race. You can't really put it past him. He's not put a foot wrong. Polling quali. There's nothing else really to say. He took a bit of a risk going early, I think, here though. But we'll see if it pans out for him.
Well, he took a risk, but he's actually got himself in third right now, and he's comfortably got a bit of a gap behind him as Kingsholm just basically dances past Civi.
Yeah, great overtake. I did catch into that. Brilliant move. So it's a pure difference there between the soft and the hard tyres. It just looks like that the hard tyres are sitting still.
Yeah, especially the fact that those hard tyres are what they call a later midlife, because there are 17 lap holds. They can go to probably 22, 23 laps anyway, so they are safe to go to the end. But it's when you compare them to a fairly fresh set of soft tyres, they've got no grip.
Let's see if TA could do the same thing as he go into Stowe now, off the hanger straight. Doesn't really get the run he needed off of Magnus and Beckett, so we'll see if he can get it down going into the last chicane. I don't think he will. He'll just sit and hold, a bit of a lock up there on his front left. There's still 5 laps to go. There's still a lot of time. He can be patient for the time being.
But it's just on board Civi, he's staying up there with Kingsholm. He's keeping Kingsholm close. So fair play to Civi for staying with him.
Yeah, he does need that help, doesn't he? Because that DRS will definitely help his ERS life and his tyre life a little bit better. Obviously, he's got a massive gap though between him and Ryan. Like, Ryan has got, I think Sibby can come into the pits and come out with just behind Ryan if anything.
Yeah.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Half spin from Thierry, and that's lost him a lot of ground to non-human. Oh, I thought we were going to see a good battle going on there. We'll jump back on board with Sibby, see how he's getting on with King's Home.
Oh, and watch King's Home. King's Home is slowly catching up with the Red Bulls. So Civi is also going to get into the battle with those Red Bulls as well. So Civi just has to hold on a little bit longer. Keep with him. Obviously slipping slowly, but keeps with him. He could end up when King's Home catch up with those Red Bulls. He'll be back up there with the battle.
Yeah, as I said, he should have a lot of ERS to use up as well to get past him.
I'm just
Freedom
looking.
is still in touch. Sorry, go on.
Yeah, I was just looking at the penalties. So it's going to be a bit of a jostle around when it comes down to the end of this with the penalties, because CDM has got 12 seconds of penalties, but then the drivers behind them have got 6, 9, 6, 3. So it's CDM might be lucky to only be losing 1 place rather than potentially 4.
Yeah, it's a massive. Penalties around here do all come and big play into this race. But at the moment, Matty XD, Matty, and Freedoms definitely won't be at the moment. The race ends now because Matty needs to really close up if he wants that second place.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, see El Stefano now. He's basically focusing on trying to get past Taylor right now. Taylor's holding well, slowly catching up with Van Doom. But like Van Doom, these tyres will be screaming at him now. They're at that point now where they're like, it's time to pit, it's time to pit, it's time to pit.
Oh, yeah, they're losing out on Magus and Beckett's lost a lot of time. 10-second penalty for his troubles as well.
Oh,
he tries to
goodness.
rejoin the track in a safe space.
And a 3-second penalty on top of it.
Oh. Unreal. Death Dragon has got past CDM, but they're battling up. Death Dragon spun, and he's out of the race.
What?
I'm not sure what happened. I did miss that. We got another VSC. I'm going to jump on board with Get Carter. I believe they were going side by side for Magus and Beckett, so this didn't seem to end well for either of them.
Oh. See, it's looking
We'll
as
like to see another clip of that.
Yeah, it's looking so it's a VSC rather than a safety car for some drivers with penalties, because it means that they still keep the gap between them. And Tia has retired from the race.
That's in the pits.
Yeah, I think he's just had enough. He's had a few penalties there and just like, I've done it. I've had enough. Oh, it's unfortunate, really.
Yeah, so I don't want to say, but Death Dragon's on really. I couldn't really see what happened exactly. I'm sure there'll be an incident report after this race.
Yeah, definitely.
The VSC has now been. Oh, Get Carter with 20-second penalty.
Wait, how?
I think that was a speeding under the safety, the VSC. I think he's got a 20-second penalty over it.
That's.
Let's go quickly check the reports.
Yeah, I'm doing the same thing. Right there, that's
20 seconds, and Matty as well.
Matty, and oh my goodness, so that.
Oh no. Yeah, rather than a drive-through, they'd be given an instant 20-second penalty.
Yeah, because they're not.
That's going to throw Matty out of it.
Yeah, they can't give right near the end. They can't give them a penalty, a drive-through penalty.
I think Matty's trying to see if he can serve his drive-through, but I don't think it's going to make much difference. He's going to probably put him worse off, to be honest.
They've actually ready for a pit.
They pitted him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Matty tried to serve his drive-through, but I don't think that's going to be possible, and it's going to cost him even more time now. Oh no. Matty, what have you done? Another potential podium you could have had there, my friend.
It just sounds like really harsh when you hear 20 seconds, but you completely understand why. It's got safety in its name. You've got to pay attention.
Yeah. The thing is now, Matty will just about hold on to ninth place because of the 20-second penalty still on him. I think, and the thing is, I think it's done him worse off. He should have stayed out, and he would have dropped massively. Let's not get it wrong. He still would have dropped massively, but he would still got more points than this.
He would have been down with probably with Flea. So he would, instead of being third, he would be like 4th or 5th.
Oh, such a shame. Ah, never mind. Anyway, we'll jump back on board with this little battle ahead of DXT and Matty. He's trying to see if he can make some ground back up, but Ryan within 20 seconds of him now. If he falls any further back, he's going to just potentially get 1 point out of this race.
Yeah, let's
have a look at Tanix's situation actually, because 20 seconds to Matty. He had such a clean race as well.
Yeah, it's just one mistake and that was it. But it just changes everything.
King's Arms made them all. They lost the back end there with CDM.
Oh my goodness! I've got fair play to Matty there. I was on board with him, and when Kingsholm made that mistake, Matty made sure that he stayed right of it. And fair play to Matty backing off and giving Kingsholm the line through Abbey.
Oh, as a get car, I just wanted to get past Civvy. Doesn't want him to hold him up.
Civvy's he's struggling on those hard tyres now.
Yeah, I think so is Kingsholm now with an 8-lap holder. Soft's not going to be in the best of states compared to Matty's behind, completely fresh. Alright, let's go jump on board with our race winner. He's about to cross the finish line. Very good race from Tay. Didn't put a foot wrong particularly. Maybe qualifying could have been a bit better. But he's got one more corner to navigate. Clean race, no penalties, and he will win the British Grand Prix. Freedoms comes in second. Fike is a little way down the order now, 15 seconds behind. Let's quickly jump back on board. Oh, big TDM's dropped down to the 8th. What's happened there?
He must have went wide at a corner there and has allowed Civvy.
They're going 3 wide in the Stowe. Matty's going to get sandwiched. Bit of contact between all of them. Matty does get past somehow.
But Matty's got
Great
damage.
Move.
Matty's got damage.
Oh, big. That was a stupid lunge there from CDM, I think. That was never going to work out well.
CDM is actually spun his car out and now he's down at 9th.
Yeah, that was a big mistake. I think he's never ever going to get his car in there. Very silly move to make. But sorry, we did miss a lot of that. So Vike comes in 3rd, Flea comes in 4th, DXT, Kingsholm in 5th, Civvy in 6th, CDM in 7th, Matty with that penalty puts him in 8th, Ryan in 9th, Get Carter, another one with that 20-second penalty, goes down to 10th, Taylor in 11th, El Stefano in 12th, 13th will be Carter Boy when he crosses the line, and 14th place was Non-Human. Penalties, playing a big game in this race today.
I just had a comment there from Death Dragon basically asking why does CDM even battle me if he has 6 more seconds penalty than him. It's what you do, isn't it? Civvy with the driver of the day.
It's a race, isn't it? It's still a race.
It's a race. Yeah, even if you've got 6-second penalty, if he's got 6 seconds more than you, you could still end up getting penalties down the line, and it's all about track position. Really, that's the main advantage.
Look at Get Carter. I said Get Carter and Matty. They've got. Speaking of which, Get Carter has messaged in the chat. The game is taking a mick with the penalty. Yeah, so basically, I think what it was is because there wasn't 3 laps left in the VSC to serve a drive-through. You just got an automatic 20-second penalty. Yeah. It could have been worse if you could have done what Matty done. Matty tried to serve it, I think, and ended up pitting, so he lost out on even more time. I hope you got my first lap on stream from Get Carter. Did we get his first lap on stream?
No, we didn't. No, we
I
didn't.
don't think we did.
No, you weren't interested enough for us. Sorry.
Well, there you go. One more time, I'll quickly read out the final order. Tapaxter winning this race from 5th to 1st. Good start from him. Second place we have Freedoms. Vike comes in 3rd. Flea, I think I'm going to give him my driver of the day today. 10th place to 4th. Good race from him. Put it very cleanly as well. Kingsholm comes in 5th. Civi, actually no, Civi did quite well. 15th up to 6th. So the game did say that to Civi. We'll talk about this after the race anyway. Civi comes in 6th. CDM is 7th. Matty with a penalty. Brooks down to 8th. Ryan Van Dorm into 9th. Get Carter again with that 20-second penalty into 10th. And Taylor, El Stefano, Kurt. The rest of that order. Driver of the day, who would you give it to?
I'd give it to Flea.
Flea?
Flea, yeah.
Yeah, do you know what? I think Flea as well. He had a very good race, I think, there.
A big shout out to Civi, but because Flea was so close to getting a podium, I think the driver of the day is more deserving for that because he was that close. Yeah, definitely the way though. Can't get Civi on those hard tyres. Did a fantastic battle.
Yeah, and get Carter deserved a shout as well. 19th to 8th. Would have been a lot higher if it weren't for that the SC penalty. But yeah, another good shout out for him. Good places as well, moved up.
And unfortunate for DXT Matty, who had a fantastic qualifying session. Great start to the race and just kind of dwindled down a little.
Well, it looks like CDM has left the league, so I'll wait and see news about that next week. But we'll leave it on that cliffhanger. I think we'll leave it there, Gaz. Any final thoughts on the race?
No. I just can't wait till next week and see how this battle continues.
Yeah, me neither. So don't forget, guys, you can join LFR tomorrow for the Tuesday night league with Kingsholm and Joe commentating. Also on my side of Flea, sorry, what did I say again? Kingsholm and Joe, didn't I?
The same person.
So guys, I am not talking right today. Kingsholm and Flea tomorrow, and obviously on the DXT channel you can watch the TNE regionals featuring myself and DXT Nevo. Gaz will be next streaming, I believe, will be Friday for the TTFL.
Yes, it is. Yes.
Yeah. So until then, guys, we will see you very soon. Thank you all for joining. Thank you all for racing, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye.